Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the Independent Sponsor Update, brought to you by Frisch Capital Partners, where every day we're helping independent sponsors put together the capital they need to purchase their companies. So Bob, today I want us to talk about one of the questions that we probably get asked more than anything. Do I have to put money into the transaction? So how would you answer that question?
It's a simple answer. You absolutely don't have to put money into the transaction. If you're an independent sponsor and you've found a company to buy and you've now negotiated a letter of intent or you're about to sign a letter of intent, you do not have to put money into the transaction. It's that simple. You don't have to. You have the deal.
So what if I want to? What if I got the money? Or what if I feel that there's a benefit that I'm going to bring where I say, I want to write a check? Is there a benefit to me writing a check?
There is absolutely a benefit to writing the check. There is no doubt about it. You're putting skin in the game. The capital sources like that. They want you to. Some capital sources, that is a requirement. But not all of them. Not all of the capital sources care whether you put money into the deal. You have the deal. It's your company to buy. They need people like you to show them companies. So, you lose a little bit of the universe that might be interested in your deal, but you do not have to put money into the deal. But if you do, it enhances in so many different ways. You get to participate the way they participate in the equity that they are buying as well. So you're buying some equity as well, in addition to your promote.
Now, are you going to be able to buy that usually on the same basis points that they are?
Yes, you buy it the same way they do. You're on the same, what known as pari passu in the industry. You are buying it equally just like they are. And that's a benefit. You're going to get, and you can get, and independent sponsors most of the time do get, other equity just for having the deal. But you get more equity and you're buying on the same basis those capital sources, that equity provider, that fund that might be investing in your deal.
So one of the things that we hear a lot when we're talking to capital sources, and especially the ones that have the requirement that independent sponsors do put some skin into the game or cut some check at the end of the transaction, is when we ask them what the amount they're looking for, one of the things we hear more than anything is we want it to be meaningful. Let's unpack that for just 1 second. What does it mean to have a meaningful check?
The capital sources have a lot of money. They have to put it to use. Now, when they say they want the independent sponsor to put in a meaningful amount, that amount, there is no dollar amount. There's no definition for the dollar amount. It's meaningful. What they mean by that is it would sting or hurt, or there would be some pain to the independent sponsor if that money was lost. So they want some skin in the game. They want that independent sponsor to have something that they're putting into the deal that would cause pain if they lost it. Just like if they lose their money that they're putting into the deal, buying their equity, if they lost it, that would hurt them. They want some of the pain over there. But it doesn't have to be a lot. It's actually just something that's meaningful. 25,000, 50,000, 500,000, all depending on what's meaningful to the independent sponsor out of his net worth.
Gotcha. So it's more of a symbolic gesture than a specific amount that's important.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. All right, so if we were to recap, no, you don't have to put money into the game.
Correct.
But if you do, it's going to open up the opportunity for more capital sources because some of them have that as a requirement. If you do put money in, you're potentially going to get a better deal, whether that's equity or however it might play out for your specific transaction.
Correct.
And then the third thing is it's a meaningful piece. So when some people says they want a meaningful check from the independent sponsor, it's a symbolic gesture that's unique to that independent sponsor, not necessarily in comparison to how much equity they're putting in or anything like that.
Yes, and it's really important independent sponsors understand that the capital sources aren't looking at your net worth statements. They're not going in and finding out how much money you have in your bank accounts or something like that. If you say it's meaningful to you, the independent sponsor says it's meaningful, then it's meaningful. They have no way of really checking that.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Well guys, hope you found this video helpful. Check out the other videos we've got online. at Independent Sponsor Update so that you can learn the additional tips and techniques to make your transaction successful. That one almost didn't come out. And then also check out frischcapital.com. That's FRISCH capital.com, and see how they might be able to help you put together the capital for your transaction. Thanks, Bob.
Drew, thank you.